Hello, and welcome to For Further Review. Today I have two very special guests with me. I have Miss Sherry Arnett from Northfield and also Miss Stacy Burt from Discovery School, and they are the Murfreesboro City Schools Teacher of the Year. So congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
Very well deserved. Sherry, could you tell us a little bit about your teaching career?
Well, I have been teaching 21 years. I began student teaching at Northfield 21 years ago, and I have remained there ever since. I have taught 3rd grade, 5th grade, and now I am teaching 4th grade. And I love every day.
Terrific. What about you, Stacy?
This is my 14th year in the classroom, and I have only taught either 5th grade or 6th grade. So since I've been in the city school system, I've been teaching just primarily 6th grade. So.
Now, where were you prior to coming to Murfreesboro?
I spent a year in Rutherford County at Barfield Elementary teaching 5th grade, and before that at Holly Navarre Intermediate School in Navarre, Florida, teaching 5th grade for 9 years. Yeah.
Talk to us about 6th graders, because some people think that the middle school years are difficult years. But could you talk to us a little bit about why you enjoy teaching 6th graders?
Sure. I think the middle grades are crucial in the development of the child. It's 36 months that really forms the foundation of who they're going to become as young adults. And I just think it's a really precious time. I know some people just don't understand that age or those ages, but they're really special people.
Sherry, talk to us about 4th graders.
Well, I'm kind of partial to 4th grade. I'm like Stacy there. You can't beat 4th grade. They are precious students. They're still at the age where they want to be loved and hugged, and of course all children love that, but they especially like that. They don't shy away from it still.
Why teaching? Why did you choose, of all the professions you could have gone into, Sherry, why teaching?
Well, I love being around children. I had a great 1st grade teacher that just instilled in me that was just something I wanted to do. I'd go home and play school in the afternoons, and I just love being with kids, and I like watching them grow, and I like to know that I have had a part in hopefully their success when they grow up.
Okay. Stacy, what do you see as the challenges of teaching? We hear a lot of complaints about education, and everybody knows pretty much how I feel about those who complain about education. But talk to us about the challenges of teaching.
I think some of the challenges that I think, beyond the testing and the evaluation system, beyond, the new and upcoming, the latest and greatest, I just think it's trying to find a way to get all of the stakeholders involved on a level playing field, making sure that everything is equitable for all children at every point as far as achievement goes, just kind of making sure that everybody's getting what they need, from the child to the parent to the, all stakeholders. I just think it's important to involve everybody.
Could you talk a little bit about the changes that you've seen in Murfreesboro City Schools in recent years?
I guess the most obvious change as an educator would be the new evaluation system. It's a hiccup, but we're growing from it. I learn, as hard as it's been for me, I learn more about myself in ways I can improve. Something else that I think that's been really beneficial is the professional learning communities. I love collaborating with 6th grade teachers from other schools. Hopgood, couple days ago, last week, we just collaborated with Chick Knitter and his partner at Hopgood. And they're great teachers at every school. And just giving us time to get together and share ideas, it's key.
What about you, Sherry? You've been with the district quite a while. Could you talk a little bit about the changes you've seen?
Well, I would definitely say the collaboration is huge. That is one thing I have so thoroughly enjoyed watching the past 2 years, is how we're one system, and we share and we talk, and I think it has just bonded us more. And I really like the fact that we are focusing on the whole child, and everything that entails. I think that has been a huge shift, and I just think we're headed in the right direction because of those are the two things I see as most important.
Okay.
Change.
Stacy, let's talk about Teacher of the Year. Let's not talk about you, though, because I know you don't like to do that. But let's talk about the characteristics that you would lay down for someone who receives the honor of Teacher of the Year. What characteristics would you expect to see in that person?
Well, I think that a faculty, down to the individual teacher, is as good as the whole group is. So, I don't know. I think someone who truly understands and makes the connection with the child. If you connect with the child, you can teach them anything. If they trust you and you build that bond. But beyond that, you have to have a good support team. I can't do it by myself. I need the teacher across the hall. I need Sarah Swarta. I need our librarian. I need the administration. I need your support. I think having all of those components together, an understanding of the child, and then a good, strong support system around you, I think that makes anyone a good teacher.
Okay. Sherry, what about you? Characteristics of terrific teacher, of Teacher of the Year.
Well, with what Stacy said also, I think you surround yourself with good people. You do what you need to do, you go that little extra, but you don't necessarily take the credit for it. It's a group effort. It's everybody. I tell my children the very first day of school that when you're here, you're my children. You will be treated as if you were my own child at home, and I would want my child in this classroom. I want you to feel safe and loved, and so I think just that caring nature and not wanting to be in the front. It's okay to be in the back.
What's your vision for Murfreesboro City Schools?
Great things. I have high expectations for Murfreesboro City Schools. I have seen it be, really on top, and I see it headed that direction again. But just like I tell my kids, great things, high expectations, wonderful things.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Stacy? What's your vision for Murfreesboro City Schools? Give me some characteristics of what you hope Murfreesboro City Schools becomes.
Well, I hope we continue to collaborate. I think that you've set that ball rolling, and I think that is something that would be hard to stop. So just to continue to see the collaboration and people listening to one another, and like Sherry says, high expectations, just like we have of our students in the classroom. You have to aim high. So I think the sky's the limit for our school system.
If I said to you, fill in the blank, here's what I want the community to know about teachers, what would that be?
Can I fill it in with more than one word?
Yes. It can be a long blank.
Can it be
That's
a paragraph? I think what I'd like for just the general public to understand about teaching is that it does not stop at the end of the day. We think about our children. We dream about our children. We think about them all the time. They are on the forefront of our minds all the time. And just because the job ends at 3:45 doesn't mean it really ends at 3:45. We love what we do, especially, people that have done it for a long time. We're constantly trying to reinvent ourselves and reinvent our approach to teaching to make sure that we're doing right by the kids. So I would just want them to know that we think about their children all the time.
Okay.
And we love them.
Okay. Sherry, fill in that blank of here's what I want the community to know about teachers.
That we constantly are putting your child first. I want the community to know that when they are at a Murfreesboro City School, that all Murfreesboro City School personnel love that child, and I think that's it.
Well, I want to congratulate you two. As you know, the State Department has rated our teaching as level 5, which is the top level for the past 3 years. So when you consider that as the composite of all the teachers within this district, and for them to have chosen you two as the System Teachers of the Year is quite an honor. So thank you for your service to the children, because that's critical. Thank you, folks, for joining us. We appreciate your support. Have a great evening.